Android application, interface of Android. Interface in Android used to order food in restaurant atau resto. Yes, this is the display Android application. This is website of AutoResto. This is admin view, yeah, admin view website base. There are register page, price list, and receiver order. Okay, next. This e-payment. There are user data and application database using PostgreSQL, and then web service, and the last using e-money. Yeah. Okay, next, Mister. Okay, this is protocol MQTT. Admin web base send message to message broker using Mosquito and send message to robot. Yeah, this is more protocol MQTT. Yeah. Okay, next. Yeah, conclusion. Based on the overall testing that has been carried out by the robot, it can deliver order from the cashier table to table 2 with an average time of 15 seconds. The test is carried out using a stopwatch on a smartphone. The robot is able to execute command from the website via the MQTT protocol properly. The Android application can perform system performance, which is carried out from ordering food and beverage customers to making payment electronically accordingly. The difficulty level in this final project is in the process of integrating hardware and software, so that is becomes a system that can run properly and continuously according to orders. Okay, thank you. Then I return to moderator, Mr. Imam Sutrisno.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Valian. Please, anyone have question for Mr. Valian? We can start discussion. No one have question? Okay, if you don't have any question, we can start the next presentation. Next presentation is from, who ready? Mrs. Lilis, you ready? Lilis Nur Hamidah. Or Mr. Ari Wibawa. You ready for next presentation? Miss Lilis Nur Hamidah. Can you start presentation? Lilis, you hear me? Okay, Lilis, you can start? Yes. Okay, I will share the screen for you. Okay, please you start presentation, Miss Lilis.
I would like to share my final presentation. My presentation is monitoring system on global software using DLM, Extreme Learning Machine Method. Next step. First, yang frequency.
Loudly, please. Miss Lilis.
Yes, yang different.
Oh, still background, okay.
My paper is technological development in mechatronics as a rapid effect on the world of quantum systems or the world of robotics. One of the developments in robotics is the graphic unmanned aerial vehicle. The unmanned graphic is a copter or a drone with one motor. At this time, the development of robots, one of which is the single copter, is a research project. Due to the limitation of the single copter, namely when taking off or hovering, as can be used as a study, it can be controlled using a closed loop control system or microcontroller. Next here. Step 5 next. Outline system of the start. First, start system in initialization. Input set of research point. Our copter is working towards the set point. Our copter research begin. After that, since I see position display. Next, our copter design consists of four in our computation result for assembly as the mainframe consisting of 3 motors and 4 sensors. And next, PLM module design consists of 4 input and 3 output. And then Android application function of this Android is the control start and stop on tower copter to display the set point clock on the system. Set point control and also for monitoring sensor data, namely height, load rate, and clock. And then sensor testing from experiments of the sensor obtained a mass error average then point percent then percent. And then PLM testing no work. From experiment of then PLM obtained a mass are operate 0.0 when 1000%.
Okay, finish?
Yes, sir, finish.
Okay, thank you, Miss Lilis. Anyone have question for Miss Lilis? If you don't have any question, we can start the next presentation by Mr. Budianto. You ready?
Yes, sure. Ready. I'm ready.
You can share screen yourself.
Okay, I will share screen.
Okay. Please
Many
use.
thanks. Yeah. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I will present about title with analysis static load to strength a ship roof structure using finite element method. Yeah. At first, the most critical part of the hull structure estimates at underwater hull position when it building on the dock, a ship maneuvering of the crash with another ship. It must be inspected or annual survey by diving as soon as possible before ship sink or collapse structure. Some location of hull structure may experience structural failure such as deformation, buckling, or fracture structure with maneuvering. So this very important about hull structure inspection as mandatory from classification regulation in Indonesia. So I saw about deformation and crack in the hull like this maybe very dangerous to operate for ship. Yeah, then he make a serious problem to operate with flooding in the room in the ship. So it make repair or maintenance about deformation and crack as soon as possible. And then like this actual condition with view falling in the ship hull. Yeah. After several operations in the sea, we can see view falling in the hull of very much view falling to hull, and then it is a make performance or maneuver of the ship, so it is make clean for the hull. And then inspection method with diving. Yeah, at first we slow respond, and then we call scuba diving, check that certificate, check the regulation and check on the safety equipment for the diving. So this is a conclusion still slow response. And then expensive. Yeah, of course, it is very expensive to hire off the diving for inspection of the hull. So maybe until 100 million rupiah to apply inspection in the water. Yeah, and then have a long time. Of course, this is a very long time to inspection in the hull. We know about this hull maybe until 200 meters length of the ship. Yeah, maybe very long time to inspection of step by step, one by one to inspect that's how for the operation in the ship, yeah. And then the last is the result inspection method with different maybe make a high risk, of course. That is very high risk, yeah, because maybe acceleration, maybe dip of the pressure on the deep sea are very dangerous for health, for injury, for diving, for application, yeah, and in the hull inspection, yeah. And then from the effective, we use to model high-end technology. At first, use automation underwater vehicle, and then second, we usually use remote operator vehicle, yeah. Like this example for that both of the underwater vehicle models, yeah. And then problem of the ROV, yeah, we like a prefer for ROV, yeah, because very expensive, high cost of spare part, difficult operation, yeah, like that. And then I will to prefer to use development with remote operating vehicle, yeah, with some problem, expensive, high cost, and difficult operation. So we make simple and we make low cost and we make very user friendly for operated that ship group, yeah. And then we use a solution ship group, yeah. I used to tell before, yeah. At first, low cost, user friendly, simple system, slack body, like that. Very focus on the reset my reset team, yeah, to development a ship group for investigation of hull structure in underwater, yeah. And then strength calculation of the ship group, very important to apply to design, yeah. At first we cover strength in operation, and then effective body of ship group structure for effective thickness and design applied, and then reduce resistance, and then reduce power consumption, and the last we make a low cost for this operation, yeah. And then for the method for the analysis, we use finite element analysis, yeah. The analysis method of the stresses and the behavior of the ship group structure can be analyzed by using finite element analysis. The result of the finite element method analysis will give visualization of the static analysis. Just this for the scope of work of the research and the display of the in this conference, yeah. We only analysis about static analysis of for ship group structure. And then this is basic theory, yeah. Basic theory, maybe we can manually calculation to analysis about structure of the ship group, yeah. And then we never use finite element with manual, yeah. Very complex to apply, yeah. So we need software analysis to represent it about finite element calculation. We use finite elementation, finite element computation technology, like Fusion 360, like Patran, Nastran, etc. Yeah. And then like this, some of the regulation, yeah, such as PKI, ABS, LNK, BV, and others, yeah, maybe as its classification of the regulation has a critical content in the performance standard in according with the result of this research and design ya. Jadi this is make a simple to regulation to understand for customer fast customer application ya. And then we use a material behavior ya, use this like this position limit of elasticity ya. So we use considered about the stresses on the ship group for this position ya. So this is have elongation for the ship structure to analysis static load ya. And then we use plate ya, plate the ship group. We use material 60 30 ya for aluminum alloy ya to apply on the ship structure ya. So this is make marine grade from PKI standards certificate ya. And then this is like this general component ya, general component on the remote underwater vehicle ya. It is at first ROV body, ROV body, fuel cell for energy ya, and then control panel, and then built under camera and control block. We usually call enclosure ya, and then thruster, and then last is tither ya. And then this is a process we calculation about analysis of the for static calculation for this ship roof structure ya. First we make draw a CAD and material definition. We make a meshing, and then we put a load and constraint, and then we calculate with analysis process ya. We usually call post processing ya. And then posisi determinant boundary, we use position the fix ya, posisi structure if condition ya, the structure attached to structure actual position on actual connection condition as fixed transition and rotation ya. And then this is a result of the meshing ya, meshing for the concept for finite element, divides main structure become several part of the mesh ya, for this structure actually for ship structure, ship roof ya. And then actually we have stresses for the ship roof 60.18 Newton per millimeter square ya. And then this is maximum stresses ya, actual maximum stresses 60.16 MPa or Newton per divided millimeter square ya. And then we check ya, we check structure. This is acceptable of the rule regulation like this PKI ya. We allowable stresses allowable 83.30 Newton per millimeter square ya. So this structure still acceptable for operation in the sea for investigation to hull. And then this is so about deformation like this, and then still acceptable for operation the ship group ya, operation for investigation to hull. So still accepted with use L divided by 28 ya. And then recommendation about this design ya, the descent after analysis can be shown is the form result of the C-proof stresses. So structure model next step can be analysis with shape optimization of structure C-proof. Jadi next step analysis we do optimization of the structure C-proof. Yeah. And then many thanks about Ministry of the Research, Technology and Higher Education, and for applied research grant and the support of fellow PPNS lecturers. Thank you very much for attention. I will beg for a question about Mr. Moderator. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Budianto. Very good presentation. Excellent. And I know you have present your research also in Japan. It is very good research. So next, I will share one screen for Brother Ari. Mr. Ari Wibowo, is enough? You can take picture from this. Okay, enough? Okay, thank you. Okay, we will go to the last presentation from Miss Nurmala Hayati. Ready, Miss Nurmala?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, I will open the PowerPoint for you. About PCB, printed circuit board.
Yeah, printed circuit board.
Yeah, I will share the screen. Okay, start.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Now I will present my research entitled PCB defect, prototype of PCB defect detector. First, I want to explain the background. Yes, next slide. The background, why needing this tool for detecting defect PCB. From the result of a survey conducted at a company that produces PCBs, it is known that PCB's quality control can be done manually and sometimes human errors occurs when the error in the proportion value reach 10% because it requires a system that can be checked PCB paths quickly and right. And then the purpose of this research, first, it's to know the system implementation. Second, system can be differentiate a good and defect PCB. Third, to know hard cascade implementation to the system. The benefits of this research, first, can substitute manual PCB check. Second, can minimizing failure in PCB's quality check. Third, PCB detecting can be faster and more accurate. And then this is the research flow chart. First, we start the research and problem identification, and then looking for literature and analyzing the system needs, and then a system planner and processing the image and cascade classifier, and then designing the hardware, making and integrating hardware, and then processing the method, that is hard cascade method, and then testing the system, and if the system is tested successfully, we continue to the analyzing the implementation of the system and then making report and done. But if the system it doesn't work properly, we repeat on the process of method cascade. And then this is the system block. The system block, there is camera, webcam, web camera, and then Raspberry Pi and LCD. The camera is used to take the image of PCB. Raspberry Pi is to process the method, and then LCD is for the interfacing. And this is the system flowchart. First, the system will start, and then there's a initialization of all system, and then the camera read camera sensor, and then processing the image. And after processing the image will be processed with the method cascade method, and then if the result is good, is successfully detected, it will process to detect the PCB's defect circuit, and then the output detection as defects PCB and done. But if the process doesn't work properly and doesn't successfully work, we repeat the process to the image processing process. And then the next is the hardware system design. The first is the camera web. In this research, we use Logitech camera web and then Raspberry Pi. In this research, we use Raspberry Pi 4B plus type and then touch screen LCD for Raspberry Pi. Okay, next. This is the hardware design. There are 3 holes in front of the table of the hardware. The first hole is in 10 centimeters long. It has it function to put the camera, and then there are 3. The first, each hole has a 10 centimeters distance, and then the bigger table in front of the vertical hole is to put the PCB that will be detected, and then the small table beside it is it's to put the Raspberry Pi. And then next, this is the software interfacing design. The small windows is to show the real-time image of Raspberry Pi. The bigger window is to show the image that already detected. And then there's a label called capture object, and then the capture button. The capture button used to take the picture of the real-time image here. And then there's a search object. The search object is to search the template of the PCB, the data set. And then this is shown hasil deteksi or detection result. The detection result in this research is to show how many defects PCB that detected. And this is to show where is the detected PCB. Next, there is a algorithm calculation of this system. First is the grayscale image, and then after changing the RGB image to grayscale image, it will detect it with highlight feature. And then after highlight feature, so it will come faster to detect. We use integral image, and then after integral image, it's use adaptive boosting, and then cascade classifier, and it can it can decide it whether the PCB is defects or not. And then the next is RGB to grayscale. Next. Next, sir. Yes. This is the highlight feature, or choosing the square feature of the defect PCB. There is a light area and a dark area. Next. This is the integral image. It used to count the highlight feature that already decided light and dark area. This is the example. It's S xy equals with I xy plus S xy plus 1 plus S x plus 1 y. This is the formulation of integral image. Next is adaptive boosting. This is the formulation of adaptive boosting. The with M is a negative image and yi equals 0 for the negative image, and L is summarization of a positive image with yi equals 1 for a positive image. Next, this is the example of adaptive booster calculation with the previous formulation. Next is the result of the research. In this research, we can see we use a 20 centimeter distance camera from the PCB, and then 105 degrees angle of the camera on PCBE. In this case, PCBE has a detected positive defect circuit. There are five testing for this category. The first testing has a detected defect PCB, and this is we use 26 centimeter and 60 degree for PCBE. We use 3 distance and 3 degrees of camera angle, and this is for the 16 centimeter distance. We can see that the detected PCB is less than the 26 centimeter camera distance, and it's also the same as more as the camera angle is smaller, and this is for the 6 centimeter distance. The PCB cannot be detected because the PCB is too close with the camera, so it can show anything. Yeah, it's also the same for the 6 centimeter. This is for the PCBB, and in PCBB there is no detected defect circuit. It's also same, use 3 distance and 3 degrees angle of camera for PCBB. And it also has a 5 testing. And for the 6 centimeter is same because the PCB and the camera was too close. So there is no image can be took by the camera. Next. Yeah, so the conclusion of this test is, as the tested that already happened in this research for this device, the PCB defects can be tested with image processing and with method hard cascade method, and the success rate is between 72.91% until 75.83%. And the success rate of this device is it's because of the distance of the camera and the angle of the camera. And in this test, in this research, this camera sensor can be shown that it's not too sharp. It has to be sharper, the camera, so it can took the more reliable PCB's image. Next. And the thank you for your attention. Good afternoon, everybody. And I will bring it back to Mr. Moderator. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Nurmala Hayati, and also Mr. Budianto for the last two presentation. It's very good. And maybe one of you have question, please, for Mr. Budianto and Ms. Nurmala. Some question, please. If no question, I will ask. Yeah? Okay. I will ask to Mr. Budianto.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is your next reset? What is your target reset?
Okay. Thank you very much for I will present about future next reset. Maybe we development about the SIP root yeah, with additional application for removing of the pure fooling. So we can put several part of equipment to remove and development this SIP root with very good for next project. I think so.
Okay, thank you. That's very good. So we have target that's next ICOMTA conference next year, second ICOMTA conference. We have more paper, more research. So this year is 20 papers. So next year, I hope we have 50 or 100 papers for this conference. So from all of you, please prepare for next year's. We will make ICOMTA conference again, second ICOMTA. So please prepare your paper, your research for more paper next year's. And that paper will publish in Scopus IOP. So this is our opportunity, very good opportunity for us to have the paper in the GRID index Scopus. So thank you very much for your join in this session. So let's ask, take picture again. Okay, you ready? The last picture maybe. Okay. Okay, we will take the last picture. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you very much. So for your join in this ICOMTA. And if there are many mistakes, I'm sorry so much for this conference. So welcome ICOMTA and see you later next year. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.